All right, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Bobby W223 here, and these are just some ideas that I've had for like I say since probably about 2010 now about God of War 4 and what I feel that they should do and what I think would be pretty cool. And of course, I got a disconnection error on this game, even though they just updated it. But anyway, David Jaffe talked about this as well, and I've just kind of been thinking about this ever since he kind of mentioned this about where they should take God of War 4, and I think that it could work. We've seen this in other mediums and things like that. Basically, have it so he will go into different mythologies. I know Icy Rhythms talked about this. I know this is the first time that this has been talked about, especially recently, but this is something that's been on my mind for a while. I just never made a video about it. I don't know why, but I think it would be really cool to see him go into other mythologies. Roman mythology, which is pretty similar to Greek. They got similar gods. Norse mythology like Thor and all those guys. Egyptian. Those different stuff. As long as they were careful and they weren't pissing anybody off, I would keep it with mythologies and religions that are dead now and that are considered to be mythologies, not nothing that is anything that people are believing in now unless they feel that they can get away with it or whatever. I'm getting my ass whooped. Haven't played God of War in a few weeks, so I'm probably about to get smoked, but I'm just talking, so it's all good. But basically, I think it would be cool. They could start it off with him, like some kind of portal or whatever, kind of way of him getting maybe into like the Roman mythology, and having it start out like that, since that's pretty similar to Greek mythology. And then maybe you have it at the beginning, like Kratos doesn't really even know what's going on, and he thinks he's still kind of like in his quote-unquote world. And then slowly, as the game progresses, he realizes like, oh shit, like this ain't, this ain't what I'm used to. Like, what's going on? Like, I'm not in Kansas anymore, basically. And then he can kind of, migrate from there and go to, the Norse mythology and different things like that. What the hell? And they can maybe, I guess, for the excuse, I think David Jaffe said something like, all the other guys will kind of like funnel into the Greek mythology to try and take over. I mean, some kind of like that. But my things, I want to see Kratos actually go to these different areas. But maybe what it could be is like these different gods are trying to basically recruit him to kind of basically do their bidding. Whatever it is that these guys want to be done, because they've seen what Kratos has done with his to Zeus and all this type of stuff. And they see that he's like an adequate warrior, so they're all basically trying to use him. And then Kratos, being the one-dimensional character that he is always just pissed off about shit. Kratos could pretty much just be like, no, fuck that. I'm not gonna do what you guys want. I've already been in this situation before, and the shit didn't work out, obviously. So it could pretty much just be him taking out at least some of the main gods from these different mythologies. Maybe not everybody, but it'd be cool to see him fight Thor and fight some people from the Roman mythology. Have him fight like the Sphinx for the Egyptian, the Sphinx statue and stuff like that. Which I remember Dave Jaffe said he wanted to see like a badass boss fight with him fighting the Sphinx, and have it be the reason why the Sphinx is a statue, was that Kratos would use the head of Medusa to freeze it. Things like that I think would be pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I'm getting lit up. But anyway. So basically a big open world between, I say, Europe and like North Africa, just like have it maybe where he could go in a boat or something like that to get to North Africa and then go around Europe, different places in Europe, fighting these gods that are trying to use them or whatever the excuse may be. And then just have like this nice deep open world, Legend of Zelda. I say something Legend of Zelda-esque mixed with like Skyrim. This big world. You got your side missions and things of that nature. Have it where he levels up like he does in the other games or whatever. Maybe switch up the perspective and have it be more of a like behind the back third person view. Not necessarily like Resident Evil where the camera is like right up on his back. I'm just saying like maybe something more like Dynasty Warrior-ish or something like that, like kind of how Dynasty Warriors does it, but maybe basically just where the camera isn't drawn back as much like how this is, like just something to kind of switch up this perspective. But obviously, I mean, first person would be kind of weird, even though I know they have those moments in God of War 3 and Ascension where you fight in first person for like 5 seconds, but I couldn't imagine an entire game like that. That'd be fucking stupid. But something like that, right? And then to top it all off, now I know this would take probably like 10 years, which would be to me a good thing because it would give God of War a break. And by that time, I say between 5 to 10 years, right? Because by then people will, you know, be thirsty for another God of War game. Whereas right now people are kind of like, oh, you know, I'm starting to kind of get tired of God of War, the milking and blah blah blah, and I just died. But like I told you, I'm gonna get messed up. I haven't played this in a while, but have for the online, have an MMO. And shout outs to BG. I remember he mentioned this when he was talking about the multiplayer, how you can kind of see a small beginnings and foundation of an MMO RPG if they want to go that route, like you see with the different classes. That I think it could work. Like they could have, you know, like a white mage type of class, a paladin, warrior, da 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 da, and you know they could have a shit ton of these different, you know, classes for, you know, each mythology and what it could be. Like I'll use Final Fantasy 11 as an example. You could use, you know, World of Warcraft, whatever MMO RPG. You know, you got your different races. You got human. You got the like little like gnome people or whatever. All those different races, like in Final Fantasy 11 and like World of Warcraft and all that stuff, right? And then you know you can pick the different classes. What they could do instead of having a race, like everybody could pretty much just be a human. But instead of having a race, their version of a race could be the different mythologies. So you would have like the Greek mythology, Roman, Egyptian, and maybe like 1 or 2 other ones, right? And then you would have the different types, like how you have like Zeus, you know, as a class in here, you know, Ares, Poseidon, Hades, and things like that. Like Poseidon in this game, right, in Ascension, you could pretty much consider him would be kind of like a mage, right? You know, Ares would be like a warrior, etc., etc. So think if they expanded upon that in the different mythologies, right? And made a full MMO RPG based in the same world of the single player. That's this big open world game, once again, like I said, going around Europe and North Africa to these different mythologies, fighting these guys or whatever. And then you go to the MMO RPG, the multiplayer, the online, and it's all based in that world. And you can choose, you know, what mythology you want to be in, what like god or demigod, and things of that nature. You feel me? I think it could be sick. Obviously, you know, that I'm just talking. Obviously, there had to be more to it than just that. But if you guys kind of catch where I'm going with this, I think it could be dope. If they're gonna do a God of War 4, which I'm pretty sure they will do a God of War 4 on the PS4, you know, at some point in time, they need to switch it up. They need to switch up at least the perspective. Something's got to change, you know, more than just, you know, they've you know, they put online, which is the first time that they did online, and to me, it's pretty fun. You know, but take it to the next level. You know, God of War's always been linear. Instead of making the next God of War linear, make an open world God of War game. You put multiplayer into this one. Okay, make an MMO RPG. Like, take it to that. I mean, take it to like just a completely just new level. You feel me? And like I know, like I said, I know this would take a lot of money, a lot of manpower, and I don't think I got 1 kill. I'm like half paying attention, but whatever. I know it would take a lot of money, a lot of manpower, and a lot of time to do it, but I think Sony Santa Monica could pull it off if they had the right budget, which I'm sure Sony would give them the budget. You know, Sony Santa Monica Studios is like, you know, one of, if not their star studio, so why not? If they're gonna go, oh shit, we won. If they're gonna go crazy like that, why not? I think it could be sick if they would do something like that and just kind of build upon that. Oh wow, I got 1 kill. If they just kind of built upon what I was saying, you know, MMO RPG for the multiplayer, single player, big open world game, I think it could be sick. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. And this is your boy Bobby W223. Peace out.